imagine if this bullshit with Sanders, because Sanders is pulling at the moment. Can you imagine if he becomes the actual candidate?
That'd be fucking awesome.
Because there might be some miracle and he gets in. I would personally be almost as happy with Sanders getting in as I would with 4 more years of Trump, because the idea of America
I'd be over the moon with that. That'd be hilarious.
The thought of watching them trying to socialize the healthcare would just be too much fun. It would be so funny. I'd really enjoy it. They'd go from having like one of the strongest economies they've ever had to it just going, whoo! But it'd only start tanking as he's leaving, because that's what happens, isn't it? You give away all the freebies. Free college.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, for me, from my personal point of view, is I've really enjoyed the leftist tiers. I'm not going to say liberal tiers, but the tiers from the left. It's been hugely enjoyable. I would equally enjoy tiers from the right. The idea of Bernie Sanders. It's just the thought of the guy that they've decided is actually a communist, who is really, really not a communist. I in no way endorse Bernie Sanders. It's got fuck all to do with me. But the tiers. If Trump, I mean, I don't see a time Trump would lose to Bernie Sanders. However, if Trump did lose to Bernie Sanders, that would be so fucking funny.
Yeah, just as a hypothetical, I think it's very, very unlikely. I think Bernie's got a lot of very strong support, but that's because they're uneducated people. Why are people saying that Doug Stanhope's dead?
No, I've got to check that now.
I need to know that.
Of course he's not dead.
Why would you all be saying that?
No, he's not dead. He's just endorsed Andrew Yang.
I saw that. Bless him. You know what? It's hard to dislike Andrew Yang, though. I do. I don't believe in his UBI, but I believe I like his attitude and I like his approach. I really, genuinely do.
Robert Morgan says Bernie is a communist.
He is, of course, he is. Yeah. He is. I will say he is.
I'm gonna say what an American would call a communist. I don't think there's a real Stalin streak there. I don't think he'd be any good at it. I don't think it would work in America, thankfully.
No, but he's, if you look at this fucking leaked footage of several of his staff.
Several of his staff are fucking lucid. I think there's a strong socialist streak in him, which is not a million miles away.
No, I mean, the difference.
I think communist is very strong, because communist, to me, a communist leader is Mao, Stalin. And for all Bernie's faults, I don't see him introducing death camps for educated people, Well, so
that's exactly what his staff want, though. They've been quoted saying
what
that,
his staff want, and whatever fucking happens. I mean, like I say, I don't endorse Bernie fucking Sanders.
No.
All I know is the tiers from the right would be delicious.
He's a bitch. He just crumbles instantly. I think maybe 20 years ago he would have stood up to those mad fuckers, but he doesn't now. Did you see that rally he did where people, in fact, it's happened to him a couple of times now, they come up and start screaming and he just lets them have his mic? And it's like, mate, if you can't stand up to some, hysterical activist that demands to walk on stage whilst you're there, whilst the entire audience is booing, saying, we came here to hear Bernie, not her.
He reminds me of Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah, he's like Corbyn, yeah.
He's letting these communists run riot like Corbyn did, with the socialist worker people. We got the anti-Semitism problems in Labour. Well, I don't want to lose voters, so we'll just ignore the motherfuckers because there's so many of them. And Bernie strikes me very, very similarly.
He is similar. And for some people, that's a good thing.
It is. For me, it's revolting.
Corbyn would be there going, oh, yeah, I've just been on the phone to AOC. And to some people, that's a good thing because they don't realise what a corrupt fool she is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's actually stupid.
Yes.
Actually, she's genuinely been propped up. She's an idiot. She doesn't understand the world around her. She doesn't understand politics and the political system. Some of the shit she comes out with is just insane.
Reasonably nice ass, though. Quite a nice ass, though.
Oh, phenomenally fuckable. Don't get me wrong in that respect. And
got to take it there, haven't we? We've got to take it.
Yeah, I would though. I would
say what you want about AOC. Nice ass.
And I would get down there and eat my dinner off that arse, Aidan. And I mean, I'm talking about something soggy. Got right in the cracks. Get it all.
beans.
Beans, lasagna, good lasagna. Oh, there'd be a lot of oil, wouldn't there, to lick out about like licking your plate.
Stew.
Eh? Oh, there'd be no need for any washing up liquid at the end. I'd be all over
it's
it.
all
I'd sort it
bollocks.
out.
Anyone that can say Bernie's awful, Trump's great, is a fucking idiot. Trump's, I don't believe anyone that tries to align themselves perfectly to a political party troubles me greatly. But so many people seem to do it now. If Trump did something good, no one accepts it. If Bernie had a good idea, no one would accept it. Because they're not from the right party, they don't align with me. You're a right-wing arsehole, you're a leftist. You just can't win now. Apart from us, the sensible people, the centrists.
Trump's highest job approval,
Yeah, is it 46% or 49%?
No, well, 49. Yeah. He's right up there.
Isn't that higher than Obama's one was at that point?
Well, I think Obama's average was higher overall, but then if you consider the media stuff,
no, this time in his.
Oh, I'm not sure if it's
term.
like for this time, but for Trump though, that's really, really good.
Train Bomb said define centrist.
I really struggle to define centrist.
I don't. Right.
Just correct.
Right here. Correct.
I think the thing is centrist covers maybe what 70% of people.
Of course it does. In reality,
it's a phenomenally broad church of people who aren't sort of political extremists.
What a centrist gets to do is laugh at all the rest of you. But in truth, no one's really, and like I said earlier, anyone that can put themselves into that one little box is lying to themselves and everybody else. Everyone's, and much like autism, politics is a spectrum. Except autism has far less in the way of learning difficulties. And it's not fucking evil. So really not a good comparison. I apologise to any autistic people watching, but there is a spectrum in politics, and we rarely find ourselves at exactly one place.
Yeah,
if you do, like I say, you're lying or you're a fool.
I don't think it's unpolitical, because there's disaffected people and there's all sorts.
Also, unpolitical is a very dangerous term to describe a centrist. Does political mean necessarily that you're polarized? Is that what political means? You're polarized? Why can't you believe in bits from both sides? Yeah, I'm not sure about how can you call centrists unpolitical? That doesn't make sense. Everything's politics. Every aspect of your life is politics to some degree. Tracy R says centrist is a fence-sitter, therefore completely not understanding the point of a centrist.
No, it's not at all, man.
Because a centrist isn't sat there going, well, they're both very good. No.
We don't sit on the fence here, do we? I don't understand how that's even.
Here's what a centrist can do. I can point at Trump and say, that was a good idea. That was fucking stupid. Those are lies. And I can look over at Bernie and go, you're fucking rubbing up against the socialists. Stupid fucking move, because it'll only get you Twitter votes. Or AOC. You're a fucking idiot. I can do that and not feel like I'm betraying my side. That's what a centrist is. It gives you the ability to praise or criticise regardless of political position. It's not sitting on the fence. It's just not being stupid.
Not Greg's though, Aiden. There'll be no bad mouthing Greg's here.
No,
I'm a Greg's extremist.
Although I'm not keen on all this vegan shit they're doing at the moment.